We are Hanha. Thank you.
Thank you, Azar. Now we are going to hear Gregory Zemskov. He comes from EXTRACTUM and he's going to speak about enhancing port operations with AI, supporting efficiency and innovation. Gregory.
Thank you. Thank you. By this time, I thought that I'll be the only person speaking and presenting in English, so my apologize. Yeah. Now follow muito bem. Next time, I promise it will be in Portuguese. Okay. I'm Gregory Zemskov, and over the next few minutes, I'll be presenting GenAI and the capabilities of the GenAI in business, in organization such as port. And I'm the founder of EXTRACTUM. We specialize in generative AI or GenAI, natural language processing, working with document processing, providing tailored solutions for workflow automation, for conversational AI, which means chatbots, development of AI assistants, and creating a digital experts that are based on the specific knowledge base. So basically you can compile a set of documents and train specific bot to answer complex user questions based on that knowledge base. So it's quite beneficial currently. And the best way to explore the capabilities of GenAI is to see the real business cases. So I'll demonstrate a few of them that we implemented recently. The first one is called AI Civil Engineer. It's a chat-based consulting system that we developed for the company Architectural Bureau that design public spaces. They design non-residential buildings. And during their work, they struggled with answering complex questions on civil engineering domain. They tried to find the answers about the regulatory documents, about the civil engineering documentations, building standards, a lot of questions. And for the most complex questions, they requested and they relied on the external consulting company that provided answers within the 2 or 3 days. That was very slow for them. So they decided to implement the solution that can answer instantly. So they compiled the documentation and provided the documentation for us. And we designed a system based on GenAI that can access those documents and talk to people like you are talking to the real consultant in the chat mode. So you can ask any kind of complex question, compound question, a series of questions, have conversation like you are talking to the real consultant, and it can respond with the natural language also, like normal language. And instead of receiving responses within the couple of days, now they can get answers in a couple of minutes. So it's pretty beneficial for them. And they tested it for 1 month and decided to share it with their partners. So they have over 20 partners. And now there are a lot of users of that system that can benefit from it and get instant answers on the regulatory documents on civil engineering. Next project, it was developed for the HR department of one global IT company. They have a reimbursement program when they can refund, they can compensate the spendings of employees. So if employee can provide proof of spendings, they can return it with the salary. And the problem was that they have over 3,050 people, employees, and it's hard to process all the documentation, all the contracts and receipts that they receive within the limited time interval. So we designed the solution based on GenAI that can scan all the documentation, scan all the receipts and contracts, understand the type of the document, so like categorize the document, extract necessary fields, and generate a result in form of spreadsheet. So it basically extracts all the necessary names, total spendings, all the type of the receipts or the contracts and the organization where it was spent, and also it verifies the correctness of that data, because sometimes it might not match with the actual name of the employee, so we just reject that kind of documents, and ultimately they get the final spreadsheet in 30 minutes, and the further usage of that is just to upload it into the accounting software and continue working with the spreadsheet. So the last example of the GenAI implementation is the ticket routing system that we developed for the web hosting company. They receive over 400 tickets per day, and they have a special level 1 engineers, I believe 15 or 17 engineers that read all the incoming requests. They try to understand the intent of the customer, try to figure out what should be solved and who's responsible for that, and reroute it to the specific department responsible for that type of questions. So it took a lot of time to filter, to scan, to skim through the requests, and we helped with that. We implemented a system that can read incoming requests from the customers, understand what it says, the topic of that, the intent, what should be fixed or what should be provided. We add some tags on the top of that, then we reroute it to the particular department for further processing. And the outcome of that is that we offloaded more than 80% of activity from the level 1 support engineers, so they can spend more time and provide more comprehensive answers on the complex questions from customers. And also it increased time to respond more than by 20%. So currently it's in production. So those were the cases, real-world cases of GenAI implementation. Now let's explore what can be helpful, what can be beneficial for organizations like ports. So to be honest, I'm not a great expert in the operational activity of the port, but from what I understand, and it's obvious that there are a lot of activity coming around the documents. So like incoming documents processing, outgoing documents processing, there should be some activity for the compliance check, for the verification and evaluation documents, communication between stakeholders. So all that activity can be easily covered by GenAI. So it can be implemented in form of some kind of automations or chatbots, or it can be an assistant. Some data can be automatically extracted and categorized, for example, or converted from unstructured form like agreement or receipts into some structured form, such as tables, such as CRM content or databases. It can be easily done. And that would help to streamline operations, that would help to offload some activity from people and get rid of tedious and routine tasks. So the question is, where do we start with that activity? So how to find the best and key opportunities, the most impactful processes among a lot of them. So how to find the best cases for the GenAI implementation and application. It's quite complex question, but the answer is quite easy, actually. So there are 3 base criteria how to find those type of activities. First of all, we need to focus on routine and repetitive tasks to figure out what we do on a regular basis, what are the tedious tasks, what are the processes that are ongoing every day. Then when we found them, it's good to see if we have ready-to-use digitized documents or some media or some images for that. It means that we have ready-to-use data. And the third thing is to see if we can write down some kind of instructions or some kind of steps or guidelines how to process those documents. In this case, we can provide the same instruction to large language models, to GenAI solutions, and basically automate the same functions, the same approaches, just guiding the AI how to achieve the results. So if you have that type of cases in mind and you have questions about GenAI, please let me know. We can discuss it after the talk. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Gary. Agora vamos ouvir o Paulo Barbosa, da Inductiva, que nos vai falar sobre